Hello everyone, welcome back. Question number 17. Given that 8 root m plus root 49m minus root 9m equal to k root m, where k is an integer and m is a prime number, question is to work out the value of k. Now 8 root m, we cannot simplify it further. You write it same, 8 root m plus square root of 49 is 7 and root, inside the root will be left with only m, minus the square root of 9 is 3, it will become 3 root m equals k root m. Now if you look at the left hand side, all are like terms, so we can combine them. 8 plus 7 is 15, minus 3 gives me 12 root m, which is equal to k root m. When you compare the two sides, value of k is 12. Part B. Show that 5 minus square root of 18 over 1 minus root 2 can be written in the form of a plus b root 2. Now if you look at the denominator, 1 minus root 2, it is a binomial. You have two terms, okay, and we need to rationalize the denominator. To do that, we will multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate pair. So 1 minus root 2, the conjugate pair, that is the opposite bracket, is 1 plus root 2. Now if you multiply denominator, you need to multiply numerator also by the same bracket. Now the denominator 1 minus root 2 and 1 plus root 2, you can multiply them using FOIL method, or if you know the special product, we can use that. So a minus b, a plus b. The two brackets only differ in sign. So here the answer will be a square minus b square. So you can take a into a is a square and b into b is b square. Okay, so let's work it out. So your denominator 1 times 1 is 1 minus root 2 times root 2 will give me 2. Now for the numerator, we will use FOIL method. So you will multiply 5 to the second bracket. So 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times positive root 2 is 5 root 2. Now we will need to multiply by root 18. So negative root 18 times 1, you can do it in the calculator, it will give the simplified form. So minus square root of 18 times 1, it will give us minus 3 root 2. So right here minus 3 root 2, and the next one is minus root 18 times positive root 2. So minus root 18 multiplied by root 2, that will give you negative 6. Okay, now we have some like terms to combine in the numerator. So positive 5 and negative 6, when you combine them, we will get here minus 1 and 5 root 2 minus 3 root 2, even this can be combined. So 5 minus 3 is 2 root 2 over 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Now the next step is you need to divide both terms by minus 1. So divide separately. So minus 1 divided by minus 1 will give me positive 1, and positive 2 root 2 divided by negative 1 will give me minus 2 root 2, and this is your final answer. Okay. Moving to the next question. Question 18. The table gives information about the weights in kg of the parcels that Pedro delivers on Monday. A weight is given to you, frequency is given. On the grid, draw a histogram. Now to draw the histogram, we need to find frequency density. Okay, we need to work out the frequency density, and the formula for frequency density is you will divide the frequency by the class width, the width of the class. So what I will do is we will add one more column here. Okay. So third column we will write heading frequency density. The formula is divide the frequency by the class width. For the first group, frequency is 12. You divide by the class width. Width of the class, you subtract the two limits. So 2 minus 0 is 2. So 12 divided by 2. So frequency density is 6. For the next group, the frequency is 7. Divide by 3 minus 2. The width of the class is 1. So your answer is 7. Your frequency is 15 divided by class width is 6 minus 3, that is 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. Next one is 12 divided by 9 minus 6, again it is 3, so 12 divided by 3, so frequency density is 4. And last one is 9, and your class width is 14 minus 9, that is 5. 9 divided by 5, that will give me 1.8. Now I have all the frequency density, so we need to draw the histogram. So we need to draw histogram which has bars of height equal to the frequency density. So first one, from 0 to 2, for the group 0 to 2, the height of the bar should be up to 6, so it will be till here. The second one is frequency density is 7 for the group 2 to 3, so up to 3 the bar should be height 7, so need to draw till height 7 and width is only till 3. Okay, next one, for the third group, which is from 3 to 6, it is 5. From 3 to 6 the frequency density is 5, so up to 6 for this group the density is 5. Next one, from 6 to 9 it is 4. From 6 to 9 the frequency density is 4, so we draw it till here. Okay, and the last one, from 9 to 14 it is 1.8. 1.8, this is 1, so each line is 0.2. It is increasing by 0.2, then next is 0.4, so 1.8 will be a line below 2, so this is 1.8 for the group 9 to 14. And with this we complete our histogram. Okay, it says one of the parcels that Pedro delivered on Monday is chosen at random. Okay, using the information in the table, find an estimate for the probability that the parcel weighs more than 7 kg. So it is selected among all the delivered parcels on Monday. So let's find the total frequency, how many parcels were delivered on Monday. So you need to add up all the frequencies, so 12 plus 7, 15 plus 12 plus 9, that will give you total 55. So your probability is out of 55. Now we need to look for the number of parcels which weighs more than 7 kg. Now from your table we don't have 7 here, so we cannot get the value from the table, so we need to go to the graph. So from your graph you need above 7, so we need all the parcels which are from 7 up to 14. Now in the last group from 9 to 14, the total number of parcels is 9, so we have 9 parcels here. For the group 6 to 9, okay, the total number of parcels is 12. So for this full group the number of parcels is 12, but I don't need from 6, I need from 7. So what we will do is we will divide this group from 6 to 9 into 3 parts. Okay, so 3 parts altogether we have 12, so each part will have 4 parcels. Okay, now we need starting from 7, so we will take these two groups. So the total number of parcels which weighs more than 7 is 4 plus 4, 8 plus 9, that is 17. So your frequency is 17 over 55. Okay. Next one, question number 19. A and B are two similar vases. The vases are such that surface area of B is 24 upon 64, 25 by 64 times surface area of A, and volume of A minus volume of B is 541.8. Calculate the volume of vase B. Okay, now all similar shapes, we should know that the area, ratio of area is proportional to the square of scale factor, and ratio of volume is proportional to cube of scale factor. So we'll be using these two property to work out the volume of vase B. Okay, now surface area of B is 25 over 64 times surface area of A. Step number 1, I will divide both sides by surface area of A. So this will get cancelled. So we get surface area of B upon surface area of A equal to 25 by 64. I want A in the numerator, so we'll flip both sides. So I'll get surface area of A upon surface area of B is 64 over 25. And surface area, the ratio is proportional to square of scale factor, so I can take it equal to k square. So I want to find the value of k, so take square root, so you will get k is square root of 64 over 25. So k is square root of 64 is 8 and 25 is 5. So the ratio of the corresponding side of A to B is 8 over 5. Now I know the scale factor, so now I can find the ratio of the volume. So volume of A upon volume of B, it is proportional to cube of scale factor. So VA upon VB, value of K we know it is 8 over 5. So volume of A upon volume of B, 8 cube is 512 and 5 cube is 125. Now what I will do is we'll multiply both sides by volume of B. So this will cancel out. So we get volume of A in terms of B. So it is 512 upon 125 times volume of B. Now it says volume of A minus volume of B is 541.8. Now in place of volume of A, we can substitute the value, which is 512 upon 125B. So volume of A can be written as 512 upon 125 volume of B minus volume of B equals 541.8. Now these two are like terms, we can combine them. So you put in the calculator 512 over 125 minus, there is no number here, so it is 1. So we get 387 over 125. So the decimal is 3.096. So you have 3.096. Volume of B is 541.8. I want volume of B, so divide both sides by 3.096. So the left hand side, this will get cancelled. So volume of B equal to, we put this in the calculator. So 541.8 over 3.096. That gives me 175. So your final answer, volume of B is 175 cubic centimeters. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Solve the simultaneous equations y equal to 7 minus 2x and x square plus y square equal to 34. So it is a non-linear simultaneous equation. Okay, the first equation y equal to 7 minus 2x. The second is x square plus y square equal to 34. So value of y in the first equation is 7 minus 2x. So in place of y, I can substitute the value. So in place of y, you substitute the value. So 7 minus 2x can be written here. So we get x square plus value of y is 7 minus 2x. So substitute equal to 34. Now we have an equation which has only one variable. So we need to simplify it further. X square plus, if you know the special product a minus b whole square, you can expand directly. If not, we will multiply it out twice. So 7 minus 2x is multiplied to 7 minus 2x equals 34. So x square will be same. Multiply the brackets. So 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times negative 2x is negative 14x. Then minus 2x times 7 is minus 14x. And minus 2x times minus 2x is positive 4x square. Same step, I can bring 34 to the left. So I have minus 34 equals 0. Now we need to look for like terms. So this is 1x square and this is positive 4x square. So these two terms can be combined. So 1x square plus 4x square will give me 5x square. Then we have minus 14x and minus 14x, that will give me minus 28x, and the constants are plus 49 and minus 34. So 49 minus 34 will give me positive 15 equals 0. So we have a quadratic equation type 2 where the coefficient of x square is 5. Now we need to solve this quadratic. So to do this, we need to find the factors. So first I'll show you the normal steps, then I'll show you the way it can be done in the calculator. So we need to find factors such that the product and sum is as follows. So your product will be, you multiply A with C. So 5 times 15, so it should give me 75, and your sum should be coefficient of x, that is minus 28. I need to find two factors such that when you multiply you get 75, when you add or subtract you should get 28. So 25 times 3 gives me 75, and 25 and 3 when you add you get 28. So you get 28 by adding, so the two factors will have same sign. Okay, now we need to decide whether both will be positive or both will be negative. This sign of the sum is always for the greater number. You want minus, so your greater number should be minus, but we know since we added them, so 3 also should be having the same sign. Now when you combine these two, check it. Minus 21 minus 3, when you add you get minus 28, when you multiply you get positive 75. But we are doing type 2. In type 2, the coefficient of x square is 5, same number you divide here. So you have minus 5 and minus 3 upon 5. So these are our final factors. Looking at this, I can write the factored form. Open two brackets. Okay, start with x. Your first is minus 5. So you write here x minus 5. And you have minus 3 here. So write here minus 3. The denominator 5 will go with the corresponding x. So it will become 5x minus 3. Okay, now the same thing, how to do it in the calculator. You will go to the option mod phi 3, mod phi 3, and you will enter the values of a, b and c. Coefficient of x square is 5, so write phi equals minus 28, the value of b equal, and 15 equal. So your first answer is 5. So when you write here, you will write negative 5 in the factored form. The second answer is 3 over 5. It is plus 3. So you write here minus 3. The denominator 5 will go with x. When you solve it, your final answer will be same, 5 and 3 over 5. Now, so since we have already factorized, so each factor you take it equal to 0. So you get x equal to 5, or x equal to minus 3 will become 3 over 5. I got the values of x. I need to find the corresponding y values. So we can use this equation, y equal to 7 minus 2x. So substitute the value here, y equal to 7 minus 2x. In place of x we have 5. So it is 7 minus 2 times 5. So we get y equals negative 3. So when x is 5, value of y is negative 3. Okay. And again for when x equal to 3 over 5, so y equal to 7 minus 2x. So 7 minus 2 times value of x is 3 by 5. You simplify it, you will get y equal to 5.8. So your values are x equal to 3 over 5. Value of y is 5.8. Okay, these are your two required answers. Okay. Question number 21. Given that the surface area of a sphere is 49 pi centimeters, so surface area of sphere is 49 pi. Now the formula for surface area is 4 pi r square equal to 49 pi. I want to find the value of r square, so we will divide both sides by 4 pi. So 4 pi and 4 pi will get cancelled, and here pi and pi gets cancelled, so you are left with r square equal to 49 over 4. To find the value of r, we will take square root of both sides. So square root of r square is r, square root of 49 is 7, and square root of 4 is 2, or you can do it from the calculator. So you will get value of r is 3.5 centimeter. Okay, but they want us to work out the volume of the sphere. So formula for volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So 4 upon 3 times pi times radius is 3.5. So write here 3.5 whole cube. Put these values in the calculator. So it's 4 over 3 times pi times 3.5 cube. So that gives me 179.59. The question says round your answer correct to the nearest integer. So we need whole number. So we need to round here. The after point you have 5, so this will increase by 1. So your final answer will be volume 179 will become 180 cubic centimeters. Okay. Next one, question number 22. Solve the inequality 6x square plus 37x less than or equal to 35. Okay. So we have a quadratic inequality 6x square plus 37x less than or equal to 35. Step 1, subtract 35 on both sides, so we get 6x square plus 37x. 35 moves to the left, it will become negative 35 less than or equal to 0. So your full function should be less than 0. Okay, so to work it out, what we'll do is we'll take the function 6x square plus 37x minus 35 equal to 0 to solve it and find the critical values. So now to solve this, what we can do is you can use the help of your calculator. Go to the option mode phi 3, enter the values of a, b and c. It will give you the answers. So press mode, then phi, then go to option 3. Value of a is 6, so press 6 equal, b is 37, so 37 equal, and c is negative 35, so negative 35 equal. So the first answer is 5 over 6 and minus 7. So 5 by 6 and minus 7. This is your final answer. So when you write here, you write the opposite sign. So you open two bracket. Okay, start with x. You have positive 5 over 6. So now when you write here plus 5, you write here minus 5, the opposite, and denominator 6 will go with x. Second one is negative 7, so write here positive 7. So this gives you a factor. When you solve it, you will get the same answer. So take each bracket equal to 0. So you get x equal to negative 5 will become positive 5 and divide by 6, and plus 7, when you move it to the right, it will become minus 7. So these are your two solutions for the given function when it is equal to 0. Now we need to have a little idea about graphing. It is a quadratic function where the coefficient of x square 6 is positive, so your graph opens up. Okay, so let's draw a rough diagram. Your two solutions are negative 7 and 5 by 6. So negative 7 and 5 over 6. So your graph opens up and it passes through these points, 5 by 6 and negative 7. Now look at your function. You need your function less than 0. So the value of y should be less than 0. If you look at all the points before minus 7, so look at all points before minus 7, it has the corresponding y coordinate positive. After 5 over 6 on this side, all the points have y coordinate positive. Okay, in between -7 and 5/6, okay, this part of the graph has all the points have y coordinate negative. We are interested in the negative value. So this we can also write in short like this. Okay, you have -7 and 5/6. So before -7, all the corresponding values of y are positive. After 5/6, it is positive. In between, it is negative. We are interested in the negative answer. We want less than 0. So we want this part. So for this part, the corresponding values of x are between -7 and 5/6. So our final answer will be -7 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 5/6. Between this inequality, the function will have value negative. Okay, so this is a solution for this quadratic inequality. Okay, moving to the next question, number 23. Question 23. The diagram shows a solid prism. The prism is such that each cross section is a pentagon where AE and BC are each x centimeters, AB is 2x centimeter, ED and CD are 8 centimeters each, angle EAB and angle CBA are 90, angle AED and angle BCD both are 120 degree, sides AG, BH, EF, DJ and CI are all 12 centimeter each. Question is to calculate the angle that AJ makes with the base ABHG of the prism. Okay, so first thing, let's join AJ. Okay, you need to find the angle AJ makes with the base. So what we will do is we'll drop a perpendicular from J. Suppose it meets at point P and join A and P. Okay, now we need to work out the angle between AJ and AP. So we need to find this angle. Now to work out this angle, if I know side JP, okay, and side AP, I can use SOHCAHTOA and I can get the angle theta, which is the angle between AJ and the base of the prism. Now, if you look at triangle AGP, triangle AGP, side AG is 12 centimeters, GP I don't know, okay, and AP is what I need to find. So if I find GP, I can get the value of AP. Now to get that, what we'll do is we'll draw the front cross section, that is ABCDE. Let's draw that cross section here. Okay, these two angles are given to you as 90 and okay, so we have A, B, C, D and E. Angle E is 120 degree and these two are 90. Angle DCB is also 120. First I'll join EC. So this will be like a rectangle. So this angle is 90. Total is 120. So the remaining will be 120 minus 90. So this angle is 30 degrees. Okay. Now from point D, we drop a perpendicular to the base. Let it intersect the 2 points at point M and N. Okay. Now this side is x, this side is x, so MN will also be x. This full side AB is 2x. Since it is bisecting, so the two parts will be x each. Now this becomes opposite sides are equal, so even side EM will be x. So once you find x, you will get all these sides. And also let's assume that side DM is y. Now look at this triangle. Look at this triangle. Okay. Now it is a right triangle, so we can use SOHCAHTOA to work out the value of x and y. Now first, okay, or better, I'll draw the triangle here. That gives you a clear picture. So E, D and M. This side we took it as y. This is x. This side is 8 and this angle here is 30 degree. So for 30 degree, y is the opposite side. For 30, x is adjacent and 8 is the hypotenuse. So sine 30, definition of sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. So sine 30, opposite side is y, hypotenuse is 8. To work out the value of y, you multiply both sides by 8. So do times 8 times 8. This will get cancelled. So y equal to 8 times sine 30. Let's put this in the calculator. It will give you answer 4. So 8 times sine 30, answer is 4. So value of y is 4 centimeters. Okay. Now also, I want to find the value of x. So to find the value of x, we will use cosine 30. Definition of cosine is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So cosine 30, the adjacent side is x and your hypotenuse is 8. To work out the value of x, multiply both sides by 8. So this 8 will get cancelled. So x will be 8 times cosine 30. So 8 times cosine 30, that gives me 4 root 3. So value of x is 4 root 3. So an, em both are 4 root 3, 4 root 3, this side mn 4 root 3 and ae is also 4 root 3. So side gp will also be 4 root 3 because if you draw it here, the opposite side of rectangle, this is x, so even this is x. So this side is 4 root 3. Now in this triangle, I can use Pythagoras theorem. So AP square equals 12 square plus 4 root 3 whole square. To find the value of AP, take square root. So take square root of 12 square plus 4 root 3 whole square. So it is the square root of 12 square plus 4 root 3 whole square. That gives us 8 root 3. So side AP is 8 root 3. Okay, so I have side AP. How about JP? Now JP and DN will be same. So JP will be equal to DN. DN is the total length, that is y plus x. Value of y is 4 and value of x is 4 root 3. So full side DN will be 4 plus 4 root 3. Okay. Now look at this triangle APJ. Triangle APJ. Side AP we got as 8 root 3. JP is 4 plus 4 root 3 and this angle is theta, the required angle. So you can use the tan ratio. So tan theta, which is opposite upon adjacent, will be 4 plus 4 root 3 upon 8 root 3. To find the value of theta, take the tan inverse. So tan inverse of 4 plus 4 root 3 upon 8 root 3. Put this in the calculator and you get your final answer. So you need tan inverse 4 plus 4 square root of 3 over 8 root 3. That gives you 38.26. So value of theta is 38.26 degrees. They are asking you to round it to 3 significant figures, so we need only the first 3 digits. So your final angle will be 38.3 degrees. So this is the angle between AJ and the base of the prism. Okay, that's it in this question. Okay. Moving to the next question, number 24. The graph of a sin x plus b is drawn on the grid. Find the value of a and b. Now, if you know the basic graph, we can compare them and find the value. Now, sine graph, I'll draw a rough graph here so that we can compare. Okay, 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360. So we are drawing sin x here. Maximum is 1, minimum is -1. Okay, 0 at sin 90 it is 1, 180 is 0, 270 is -1 and 360 is 0. So this is your graph for sin of x. Now when you compare, okay, the middle line was supposed to be at the x-axis, but now it has moved here. So this is your midline. Okay, so the graph has moved 0.5 unit up. So value of b is 0.5. Okay, and a is the amplitude, that is the distance from the midline, the maximum and the minimum distance. So here the distance was only 1, but here in your graph the maximum distance is from here till the midline, this point. So starting from 0.5 up to 3.5, so the amplitude is 3. So value of a is 3 and b is 0.5. Then write the answer here. A is 3, b is 0.5. Okay, that's it. Next question, number 25. The function f is such that f of x equal to 3x square minus 12x plus 7, where x is less than or equal to 2. Express the inverse function in the form of f inverse of x. Okay, now normally we have linear equations, but here your function is quadratic. So to find the inverse of quadratic, first thing what you have to do is you have to complete the square so that you have only one x in the expression. So f of x equals 3x square minus 12x plus 7. Step number 1, factor out 3 from the first two terms. So you get 3x square minus 4x plus 7. Now this bracket I want to complete it make a perfect square. So I'll write here 3 same, this bracket as it is, and plus 7. Now to do that, what we'll do is you do bracket square minus bracket square. Now how do you fill it up? X square will become x, minus sign will be same. With the coefficient of 4, you divide it by 2. So half of 4 is 2. The same 2 you write here. When I expand the bracket and combine, I'll get the same two terms, x square minus 4x. Okay. Now the next step is, okay, multiply the 3 which is outside the bracket to both the brackets. So when I expand, I get 3 bracket x minus 2 whole square minus 3 times 2 square and plus 7. So you get f of x is same as y equal to 3 bracket x minus 2 whole square. Now you combine these two. Okay, so 2 square into 3, that is minus 12, plus 7, that will give you negative 5. So this is your vertex form, or you have completed the square. Now to find the inverse, we need to remember the two steps. Step number 1, you swap x and y. Step number 2, you solve for y. Whatever is your value of y is the inverse function. So let's start here. So swap x and y. So in place of y you write x, and in place of x you write y. You want y alone, so I need to isolate y. So first thing, you move negative 5 to the left. So I'll get x minus 5. You move it to the left, it will become plus 5 equal to 3 bracket y minus 2 whole square. Next step, you can cancel 3. So divide both sides by 3. So this gets cancelled. Now you are left with y minus 2 square. So when you want to cancel the square, you will take square root of both sides. So when I do that, I will get positive or negative square root of x plus 5 upon 3 equal to, and square root of the right side will be y minus 2. Now I need to cancel out the minus 2. So when I move it to the left, it will become plus 2. So I have 2 plus or minus square root of x plus 5 upon 3 equal to y. Now this answer of y is the inverse function, but there is a restriction in the question where it says x is less than or equal to 2. It means your function f of x, the domain is x should be less than or equal to 2. So for the inverse function, the domain will become the range. So range should be less than or equal to 2. So value of y should be less than 2. So out of this now, so if you take 2 plus square root of x plus y, it will be greater. So you will consider only the negative value. So your inverse function will be 2 minus square root of x plus 5 upon 3. Okay, that's your final answer. So whenever you have quadratic, so first complete the square, convert into vertex form, and then use the method to find the inverse, that is swap x and y and find the value of y. Okay. Moving to the last question, that is question number 26. Find the values of n such that 10 power 4n times 2 power 3 bracket n square minus 5n times 5 power 2 bracket 1 minus 2n equal to 1 and over 20 square. So what we'll do is, you have 2 here, base 2, base 5. So we'll try to express 10 and 20 in terms of 2 and 5. So 10 can be written as 5 times 2, the power 4n, we keep it same. You have 2, 3 bracket n square minus 5n, let's multiply the bracket. So 3 times n square is 3n square and 3 times 5 is 15n times 5 power, again you have 2 bracket 1 minus 2n, expand it, so 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2n is 4n over, now 20 we can write it as, I want 20 in terms of 5 and 2, so it will be 5 times 2 square is 20 and the power 2 you keep it same, equal to 1. Now what we'll do is, we'll distribute the powers, so we get 5 power 4n times 2 power 4n. This one will stay same, 2 power 3n square minus 15n times 5 power 2 minus 4n whole upon, distribute the power 2, so it will become 5 square times 2 square, again power 2 will become, multiply both the powers, so you get 2 to the power 4 equal to 1. Now let's combine the numerator. The first one, 5 power 4n and 5 power 2 minus 4n can be combined. So we get 5 power 4n. Since it is multiplication, you add the powers, so 2 minus 4n times 2 power 4n plus 3n square minus 15n whole upon, you have 5 square and 2 power 4 equal to 1. Okay. Now when you simplify it, you will get 5. 4n minus 4n will cancel out, you are left with 5 square, and 2 power, you will get 3n square. 4n minus 15n will give me minus 11n whole upon 5 square and 2 power 4 equal to 1. Now this 5 square and 5 square both I can cancel out. Okay, so we are left with 2 power 3n square minus 11n over 2 power 4. When I take the cross product, I will get 2 power 3n square minus 11n equals 2 to the power 4. Now since the bases are equal, the powers are equal. So you get 3n square minus 11 equal to 4. We end up getting a quadratic. Shift 4 to the left. So you will get 3n square minus 11n minus 4 equal to 0. Now you need to factorize this quadratic. So you need to find product and sum. When you multiply, you should get 4 times 3. So negative 4 times 3, you should get minus 12. When you combine the two factors, you should get minus 11. So factors of 12 will be 12 and 1. You get 11 by subtracting. So these two factors should get opposite sign. 11 is negative, so the big number will be negative and the small number will be positive. So minus 12 plus 1 gives me minus 11, and when I multiply them gives me minus 12. But we have 3 with n square, so you have to divide both the factors by 3. So you get minus 4 and plus 1 over 3. So these are the final factors. You open two brackets, start with n. You have minus 4, you write here n minus 4. You have plus 1, so write here plus 1. The 3 will go with the corresponding n. So this is the factorized form. Take each factor equal to 0. N minus 4 equal to 0. So n is 4 and 3n plus 1 is 0. So when you shift, plus 1 will become negative 1 times 3 will become divided by 3. So your final answer, the values of n are 4 or negative 1 over 3. Okay, that's it for this paper. See you.